Actually, they're not ready yet, so you can add ease if you'd like. You're all starting to make me nervous.
Good morning. I'm Steve Meeker, Vice President for University Advancement. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 181st Commencement Ceremony at Black Hills State University. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors by the BHSU ROTC Color Guard. Today's ceremony is led by Dr. Greg Farley, Dean of the College of Business and Natural Sciences. Joining him are participants in today's commencement ceremony and platform party guests, including President Lori Nichols and Regent Joan Wink. Also represented are members of the Black Hills State University administration. Members of the esteemed faculty from the College of Business and Natural Sciences, led by Dr. Charlie Lamb, Chief Research Officer and Professor of Biology. And now it is my pleasure to present the graduates from the College of Business and Natural Sciences, the class of 2021, led by Dr. Jane Klug, Dean of Students. Please remain standing for the national anthem under the direction of Dr. Christopher Hahn, Assistant Professor of Music. We remind all in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag, stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Men should remove their hat or cap. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of Black Hills State University, Dr. Lori Nichols.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning and welcome. It is my honor to introduce the members of the Platform Party. Please stand when I say your name for a moment and hold your applause until the end. Regent Joan Wink is our ceremonial representative from the South Dakota Board of Regents. Dr. Priscilla Romkema serves as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Mr. Don Looney is Assistant Professor of Management. Mr. Don Altmeyer is Professor of Accounting. Mr. Greg Farley serves as our Dean of the College of Business and Natural Sciences. Dr. Amy Fuqua is Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Director of Graduate Studies. Miss April Meeker is our Registrar. Mr. Steve Meeker is Vice President for University Advancement. And Mr. Johnny Johnson is receiving an honorary doctorate and a member of the class of 1970. Now, would you help me in welcoming our stage party? We have a very special privilege today to welcome the class of 1970 who are participating in their 50th reunion, actually 51st reunion, and participating also in today's ceremony. And I would like to introduce them to you. Please stand when I say your name. Larry Barkley of Sheridan, Wyoming, Ray Bacher of Gregory, Marlis Muffet Bacher of Gregory, David Burris of Spearfish, William Groper of Faith, Gary Hoff of Spearfish, Johnny Johnson of Delwood, Minnesota, Elwood Knutson of Custer, Kent Larson of Rapid City, Wayne Munt of Spearfish, Nina Newhauser Noctegal of Belfouche, Gordon Parlett of Rapid City, Michael Shawn of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are so happy to welcome you to campus this morning, to our commencement, and for many of you back to Black Hills State University. Would you help me in welcoming the class of 1970? Graduates, now is an appropriate time to recognize a group who have been really your partners in this journey. They have provided mentorship, encouragement, and possibly some prodding as you completed your coursework. So I'm going to ask the faculty that are with us today if you would stand for a moment. So faculty, if you would stand. And graduates, would you help me in thanking your faculty who have helped you get to this point? Thank you. Thank you, faculty, for joining us today. Congratulations, graduates. Your day has arrived, and I don't need to tell you that the last 3 semesters at Black Hills State have been unusual and at times challenging. Certainly none of us could have predicted a pandemic when you began your college degree, nor how much it would change your completion. But despite the many, many modifications we have had to make, you have stayed the course, and for that, I both admire you and I congratulate you. Both in the past year and the years before, your effort, hard work, and perseverance have paid off. Today, you become a college graduate, where you join about 1/3 of all adults in the United States who hold a bachelor's degree or more. Your degree will open doors of opportunity that you can't even really imagine today. It certainly did for me. I am so excited for your future and all the possibilities that you will realize. Becoming a college graduate is a distinction in our society that sets you apart from many others. And that distinction comes because our society values education. Evidence suggests that college graduates are not only highly employable, but they also enrich the civic and economic life of their communities as they volunteer, provide community leadership, or make philanthropic contributions. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful tool which you can use to change the world. Today, with a degree in hand, your ability to make our world a better place becomes much greater. As hard as you have worked on earning this degree, we all know that you did not get here alone. Your family has been a great source of support to you throughout these years, and in a reciprocal fashion, your achievement is providing inspiration and hope to your families. Today, they are here to celebrate with you, and I know as you walk across the stage in a few moments, they will be bursting with pride. They love you. You matter to them. So graduates, I'm going to ask you if you would stand right now. That's graduates, stand. Yes, thank you. And I want you just to look around and find your family that is with you or your loved ones that are with you today. And graduates, will you help me in thanking your family for all they have done for you? Thank you so much, families, and thank you for being here today. Thanks, grads. You can sit down. There are two words that are commonly used on days like today. One is graduation, the other is commencement. Graduation signifies the end, the finish line. It celebrates the fact that you have successfully completed this phase of your education and brings closure to this chapter of your life. Graduation really says, woohoo, you're done. Commencement, on the other hand, signifies the starting gate, the beginning of a new life. It says you're transitioning from the past to the future. Commencement celebrates the best part of your life is yet ahead of you. Both terms are most appropriate today, and both actually are very meaningful. But today, I choose to leave you with my congratulations on your commencement, on your beginning. I know your future is bright. You have ability, passion, and a commitment to make a difference. And as Yellow Jackets, graduates of this great university, I know that wherever you go, you will carry your alma mater with you and represent us well. Congratulations, graduates, on commencement, on all the bright and beautiful possibilities in store for you. As part of today's ceremony, we are pleased to recognize Mr. Johnny D. Johnson with the awarding of an Honorary Doctorate of Public Service. The Honorary Doctorate is the highest honor bestowed by the South Dakota Board of Regents and Black Hills State University. Recipients have distinguished themselves through outstanding service and exemplary achievements within their field of endeavor. Mr. Johnson, will you please join Dr. Ramkema and myself on the lower stage for the presentation of the award.
After graduating from Black Hills State, Johnny D. Johnson began his career as a feed salesman with GTA Feeds. During the mid-1970s, he worked his way up through the Minnesota-based cooperative, which merged with North Pacific Grain Growers in 1983 to Harvest States Cooperative. By 1995, he was the president and CEO. In 1998, Harvest States and Cenex successfully merged under Johnson's guidance to create CHS. 2 years later, Johnson became the new organization's president and CEO. Under his leadership, CHS consistently outperformed most of its public company competitors and secured its current status as the largest farmer-owned agricultural co-op in the U.S. The company's revenue grew from $8 billion to $40.6 billion during his tenure. At the time of Johnson's retirement in 2010, CHS was ranked a Fortune 100 company. In 2017, Johnson was inducted into the Cooperative Hall of Fame, the cooperative community's highest honor. Johnny Johnson is qualified to receive the highest honor we as a university can bestow upon a member of the public, an honorary doctorate of public service. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Johnson and help me welcome him to the podium to say a few words.
Well, good morning, everybody. I have to tell you that this is an honor that came quite unexpected to me. When Dr. Laurie called me one Saturday morning, I got very excited, and I thought, maybe you have the wrong number. He says, no, we don't have the wrong number. You came highly recommended by Mr. Steve Meeker, who's been a good friend of mine for a long time. I went out so excited to tell my wife about the honor that I was getting bestowed on, and she says, well, I already know. They called her 3 weeks before I got my call. It just tells you that wives always know things first. Well, first of all, I'd like to just thank Dr. Laurie Nichols and Steve Meeker, the committee that helped make this selection of this honor, and also the Board of Regents that also supported that decision. Very, very grateful for this opportunity. But I'd be amiss if I didn't thank the most important person in my life, and that's my wife, Shirley. She's up in the audience there. We have been married for 51 years. We got married the following week after I graduated from college, and we've been on that journey ever since. We're very fortunate. We have 3 children, all married, 6 grandkids from the age of 14 to 6, something like that. 3 boys and 3 girls, so it's been very, very wonderful. Most important, congratulations to all of you graduates. I remember when I walked through that line back in 1970, I thought there was no chance I would ever get there. I decided to quit college a couple different times, but everyone has a mentor in their life. Mine was my mother, and she said, "No way in heck are you going to quit college. You're too far along." So I finished. But I have to tell you, you need to prepare for your journey. This journey is going to be very, very exciting for you, and there will be numbers of challenges, and I'll share a few with you that I went through. So again, congratulations, and prepare for your journey. On myself, I was maybe a really unlikely candidate, in particular for this award. I was just an average student in high school, probably didn't behave myself the way I should have, but I made it through high school and then went on to college. And that first year in college, I don't know what your freshman year was, but I was a mess. I did probably everything my parents didn't want me to do. My grades were not as good as they should be, and I finally had that set down with my mother, but more important, I had the set down with myself. And myself said, "You have got to make a difference. You have got to get down to understand what your future is going to be and prepare for it." And what happened to me is I found the business world. I just fell in love with a lot of passion about business. Now, it's kind of hard to understand how you would love to be in tax and business accounting, economy, all those kinds of classes, and wonder why you would love to do that. But I had a passion for it. I remember one professor I had, Dr. El Kakambi. I don't know if you know him. He came from the Air Force Base and came up here to teach economics. He left one last message in my mind that still sticks with me today. He gave me the idea of what multiple interest is. Now, as a kid, you don't understand what that is. He said, "Just trust me. You put a penny away every day, and you do that for the rest of your life, you'll be a very wealthy man." Now, I don't know if I did a penny a day, but I learned a very life lesson from him. Well, I got to focus on business when I got to be a sophomore, and I was very fortunate to graduate with one of the top students in the business school at that time. So the message I would have for you is, if you do what you like to do, you have a passion for what you do, you're likely to be successful at it. So I just tell you that your journey is about to start, and Black Hills State College University is going to be your platform for doing that. I started off after college, I got into sales, and this was another kind of measuring moment for me. I came home and I told my wife, "Guess what? I got a job as a feed salesman." Now, like every good wife, they ask you, "Well, how do you get paid?" I said, "Commissions." He says, "Oh my gosh, we're going to starve to death." But I did very well at sales, and I went through the management ranks quite quickly. And only about 7, 8 years later, I became the CEO of the company that today is a Fortune 100 company. And I have to tell you, when I went to work and became the CEO, it was a very challenging situation. Because prior to going to college, and right after college, I'd never been in a town bigger than Rapid City, South Dakota. And all of a sudden, I find myself as CEO of a Fortune 100 company in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and starting to develop an international platform. So I had the opportunity to travel all over the world. Just about every continent in the world I have been in, either marketing, creating partnerships, building facilities around the world. And there's a lot of challenges in that for a kid from South Dakota trying to make operations work in foreign countries. I remember my first great big deal. It was in Japan. Now, I had never been out of the United States prior to this one. It was very early in my career. And I met with a company called Mitsui Corporation. I think it's the third largest company in the world, big trading platform. And I put together a joint venture with those companies. And I tell you, I read books. I just read books about Japan, their culture, and their values. So I kind of had a feeling for what I expect when I got there. So I practiced all that. I did the card exchanges. If you've all been to Japan before, I went through it all. And then when the meeting got over with, the guy comes up to me, their CEO, said, "John, just be yourself. We know you. Just be yourself." So there's another lesson, just be yourself. This Black Hills State University degree is going to give you preparation for your journey. And it'll be a wild one, it'll be a fun one, and a very much an enjoyable one. I'm just going to leave you with about 4 or 5 kind of lessons that I've learned. The first thing is when you get done with college, you're not done learning. The learning just begins. The other thing is I always found a positive attitude always works good for everybody. No matter what you're doing, if your attitude is positive, it's good. Hard work. I've never found anything that I've ever touched that if it didn't have hard work with it, you're not accomplishing anything. People skills, communication skills are also a huge advantage for developing your career. And talking about communications, I told someone at the banquet last night, one of my classes in the business curriculum was speech. It was over in this building right up on that hill, and I had it at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, as a college kid, there's probably more often I got home at 6 versus getting up at 6 to be at a speech class. And we had to give these contemporary speeches just about every class. So communications is very important. And the last is probably the most important, and I tell you, I didn't succeed at that very well, and that's kind of balance in your life. Your jobs are going to be very demanding. You're going to have families, you've got personal things you need to do, and creating a balance between all those things will create a very happy life. I want to close by saying I wish you the best success in your journey. Thank you very much for this recognition and award. Have a safe journey.
Thank you so much, Johnny. At this time, I will ask Dr. Priscilla Ramkema to present the faculty who are retiring.
As part of today's ceremony, it is fitting that we recognize the faculty who are retiring. Black Hills State University wishes to express sincere appreciation for their years of service and their dedicated and distinguished service to the students, the university, the community, and the profession. Mr. Don Altmeyer, will you please join President Nichols at the lectern? Professor Altmeyer has taught accounting courses in BHSU's School of Business for 26 years. He has provided significant leadership with the South Dakota stock market game and has demonstrated service to his community with leadership roles in the Spearfish Optimist Club and the Spearfish Disc Golf Association. Don helped develop the top disc golf course in the state, as well as the BHSU campus course, one of the first on a college campus in the nation. Henceforth, Mr. Altmeyer will carry the title of Professor Emeritus in the College of Business and Natural Sciences. Congratulations, Don. Mr. Don Looney, will you please join President Nichols? In his 15 years of service, Professor Looney taught courses in international business and strategic planning. Through his leadership to the Master of Business Administration program, he connected with students by bringing in professional insights and life experiences. Henceforth, Mr. Looney will carry the title of Assistant Professor Emeritus in the College of Business and Natural Sciences.
Thank you, Provost. I am pleased to introduce Rufflock Brass under the direction of Dr. Christopher Hahn to perform When the Saints Go Marching In. Thank you so much, Dr. Hahn and Rufflock Brass. BH has a long history of supporting our military. Before continuing with our program, we would like to recognize all veterans, service members, and their spouses for their service to our nation. Would you please stand if you are a veteran, an active military, or a spouse? We would like to recognize you. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to ask Mr. Don Looney to come forward and deliver the charge to the graduates.
Thank you, President Nichols, and thank you, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, family, and friends, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2021. Congratulations, this is your day. You made it. Having sat through more than a few of these ceremonies, I feel a definite responsibility to be brief. In researching past charges to graduates, I came across a quote that struck me from former President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who presided over a horrendous time in our history, a time of worldwide depression and a world war. Of graduation speeches, he said, "Be sincere, be brief, and sit down." And so I shall, but not before sharing a few thoughts. I am honored to be giving your graduating class the charge, which is a fancy way of saying I'm supposed to give you some advice. Well, having made it through this past year, I'm not sure there's a lot of advice I can give you. You have risen to the task of completing your studies in the most challenging year I can remember. The coronavirus has been with us for over a year now, and for most of us, it has changed almost everything. Jobs were lost, friends and family suffered illness. So much was missed that I have begun to refer to your senior class year as the year of the asterisk, that little star notation to denote that something was omitted or needs to be explained further. Historians will want to know why so many events were canceled: concerts, plays, sporting events, rodeos, championships. We missed parties, dinner with family and friends, weddings, holiday get-togethers, even shaking hands and giving a hug. And yet you persevered, you adapted, you adjusted. Classes went on, many on Zoom, and you learned a lot more about Zoom than you ever wanted to know. You adjusted to the new reality of face masks, distancing, and staying home on weekends when there was nowhere to go. Going out became picking up takeout. Life as we knew it went on hold for over a year, your senior year. You cannot yet fully appreciate the life's lessons you have learned from this experience. Nobody said it was going to be easy, and it wasn't. You had to adapt, to focus on what's important. Hopefully, you learned to change what you can and let go of what you can't. You learn not to dwell on the small stuff. Life goes on, and all this shall eventually pass. You learn to navigate through a new reality, to persevere, to overcome hardships and loss. Having gone through something this difficult together, you will find that some of your friends will be your friends for life. Friendships forged from the shared experience of overcoming challenges and adversity. But you succeeded. Here you are. And from these great challenges come even greater opportunities. You graduated at a time of enormous opportunity, the greatest opportunity in the last 20 years. The end of the pandemic is in sight. We've gotten or are getting vaccinated. Things are opening up. Life as we knew it is returning. America is back. Employers are hiring again at a record pace and are even having difficulty filling some positions. New businesses are opening. People are traveling again. We're able to see family and friends we haven't seen for a year. As a country, we're reinvesting in infrastructure, research, and technology. I feel and can sense an optimism and a renewal that I have not felt since the early 1960s and the space race. It was a time of investment and growth that yielded incredible technological advances in science, business, and education. We are once again witnessing a rebirth of our society. You are graduating at an optimum time. And so now your next adventure begins. What feels like the end is your new beginning. What you have earned today, no one can ever take from you. Your education, your knowledge. This is the beginning of anything you want to do or be or try. I wish someone had said to me, you know, it's actually normal not to know exactly what you want to do when you graduate. And I'm sure some of you are sitting there saying, yeah. I ask you to challenge yourself. The best views are from the mountains that are the hardest to climb. Seek to do something out of your comfort zone. Stretch yourself. You are limited only by your imagination. Having graduated, it's time for you to set new goals for yourself, personal, financial, and career goals. And when you've accomplished those goals, set new ones and challenge yourself even more. But also seek to do something in life you love to do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. In my 50 years of working, I tried 3 careers: the military, international business, and for the last 15 years, teaching and academia. And you know what? With each change, I discovered that I loved what I did next even more than what I had done before. So how do you know what the right path is? The honest answer is you won't know until you try. But don't be afraid to alter your heading or try something new. For some of us, it takes a while to grow up and discover what we really want to do in life, and that's okay. In my international business career, I had the incredible opportunity to live and manage in a foreign country. In our 3 years in Denmark, I grew more as a person and learned more about myself, my family, and my country than any 3 years before or since. If you ever get the opportunity to live, study, or work abroad, take it, or better yet, make the opportunity. Believe me, it's worth it. And finally, on a personal note, find a partner, someone to love, and someone who loves you, someone to share the adventure with, and someone to help you create and live the adventure. Take time to enjoy the trip ahead of you, and by all means, seek to have fun along the way. Graduates of the class of 2021, today is your day. Cherish this moment. When you walk out those doors, this will become part of your memories. Ahead of you are your dreams. Go live them, go make them happen. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful and successful life, the very best of luck, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Don, for those words. We are privileged to have Regent Joan Wink, who will bring you greetings on behalf of the South Dakota Board of Regents.
Good morning, President Nichols, honored guests, faculty, students, families, and most importantly, graduating seniors. I always begin a graduation address by saying congratulations to the graduates. But today I'd like to change this. Today I want to say thank you, and thank you for playing by the rules for this past year. I really believe the best kept secret in South Dakota is that the students did play by the rules, and we were able to keep all the universities open. And universities across the country were closing or going online. We didn't do that, and I so appreciate all that you did. And thank you, students, for obeying those very, very annoying rules that President Nichols had for you. Now I can tell you, congratulations, graduates of 21. Here is what we already know about you. When life tosses you a curve, you can handle it. You can adapt and change rapidly. There has never been a class who experienced a pandemic, a quarantine, social and political upheaval, social isolation, wearing masks, and standing 6 feet away from your family and friends. You went from traditional classrooms to online learning in a week or two, and faculty, thank you for those unbelievably rapid changes you made in your teaching. That allowed us to keep the schools open. A year ago, like Don, I'd never heard of Zooming. Now you're all experts in it. So I've been thinking about what you're going to be called, and now Don helped me out. He said it's the asterisk generation. I had another thought on that. But we have our generations. The public names us. And I like to think about World War II, the greatest generation, and Tom Brokaw named this group, another South Dakota graduate. Then there was this little group of people, and it didn't last long, but since I was one of them, I'm really aware of it. It was called the silent generation. We were the people who just missed being boomers, and we went out and we got jobs immediately. We had mortgages. We had real cloth diapers for our babies. We did not do Pampers. But along came this new group. We'd look over our shoulder, right here, and we'd see you. And I thought, who are these people? They're fun, and they were cool. We were never cool. But this group was cool, for sure. They had Woodstock, and we had our mortgages. It's true. I remember thinking about this. They had Pampers and they threw them away. We would never have done that, but we were just a little group there. But the boomers, interesting enough, have become known as workaholics. They started out those cool people who became workaholics. But then Gen X came along. I birthed 2 Gen Xers, so I kind of know this gang. They're resourceful. They think they're independent. They watched MTV. I don't have a clue what it is, but they watched MTV, and they're said to have a good balance between work and family. Well, the Gen Xers started to fade, and the millennials came. Some of you students, graduating seniors, are millennials. Sociably responsible, human connections are important to you, digital connections. You're the people who brought us avocado toast. You can always tell a millennial because the girls part their hair on the side, and they love the skinny jeans. I know the millennials. Huh? Then there's this little group came along, another little group. I don't think it's going to last in the terminology, but they're known as the Zillennials. And I kind of know the Zillennials because I have a grandson who's one. They're the people who loved Hamilton. But now we have the Gen Zers. I'm sure a lot of you relate to the Gen Zers. They're digital natives, interconnected with their family, friends, and the world. You want to get to work. You're ambitious. You're a bit revolutionary for the silent generation. You play Fortnite, and you do not like skinny jeans or parts on the side. You like those high-riser jeans, and you always have your part down the middle of your forehead. So graduates of 21, asterisk generation, who will you be? What will the public call you? We already know you are resilient, you are adaptable, you're sociably responsible, you're very accepting of differences, you're connected throughout the world, you can find the answer to any question. You are not just literate, you are digitally literate. And we know that dear BH has done everything in its power, I know that for sure, to prepare you for the future. You will learn a lot, but you're going to teach us more, class of 21. There is no one else quite like you. You will write a new story. Families, a shout out to you for doing all you have done to help these young people get here today to graduate. Your babies are about to leave you, and we know you hate it, and you love it. But don't toss out that old couch yet, because they will be back, I guarantee, and they will leave their pets when they come. So the name for you will always be, to me, the COVID kids, the asterisk group. I think of you as the COVID kids, and the thing I'm going to promise you is you will have change, change, and change, faster than we can imagine. My dear Grampy, who lived right here for 60, 70 years in Spearfish, went from the days of horse and buggy out north of Faith, horse and buggy, to seeing a man on the moon. That just amazed me to see that much change in one lifetime. But you're going to see more. We cannot imagine what you're going to see. And I am sure that those who will thrive are those who can adapt to change. I want to wish you the very, very best on your journey of life. And the one thing I have learned, we all tell you these things, is that human connections are at the heart of everything we do. And my very last bit of advice, which is more important than anything else, graduates, is don't forget. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Remember your moms and your Grammys. And now, on behalf of the Board of Regents, by the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of South Dakota, I hereby delegate to President Lori Nichols the right to confer degrees and diplomas with all rights and privileges and responsibilities thereto appertaining, contingent upon the completion of all requirements. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Regent Wink. That was wonderful. Graduates, we are at the moment for which you have been preparing for the last several years. A photographer from Life Touch Special Events will be taking pictures today, which will be available for purchase 1 week following our ceremony. The website is on the inside cover of your commencement program. I am going to say this about face masks. If you would like to remove your face mask as you're coming forward to cross the stage and receive your degree, you are more than welcome to do so. It's your personal choice. Do what you would like to there. Family and friends of the graduates, as a courtesy to the students who are graduating, as well as the people sitting around you, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. It is now my pleasure to present Dr. Greg Farley, Dean of the College of Business and Natural Sciences.
Graduates, please stand. President Nichols, I have the honor to present the class of 2021. On behalf of the faculty, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their diplomas.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon you the associate's, master's, bachelor's degree, all with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may be seated.
The first group of students who will be asked to come forward are graduating with master's degrees. They will be hooded as part of today's ceremony. Will the candidates for the master's degrees please rise and come forward? The next, pardon me, go ahead. George Andrew Abernathy. Lydia Jane Block. Alicia Ann Foreman. Ryan T. Lair. Reed James Lindblom. G. April Wynn. Royhaya Taraz. The next group of students are graduating from the University Honors Program. They will receive a medallion symbolizing their distinction as university scholars. Will the Honors Program graduates please rise and come forward? Molly Ann Butler. Zachary Wyatt Davis, cum laude. Hannah Kestrel Newmiller, summa cum laude. Adrienne Meg Roller, summa cum laude. Will the first row of bachelor degree candidates rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Amber M. Allen, magna cum laude. Alicia Marie Offier, summa cum laude. Lucas Scott Bates, summa cum laude. Samantha Christine Bates, cum laude. Ryan Michael Beck, magna cum laude. Levi Allen Beckwith, magna cum laude. Isaac Walter Gerard Bradsky. Tail K. Brink. Tucker Wrangler Kitke. Ryan Michael Clark, cum laude. Holly Lynn Cook. Nathan Michael de la Montaña, magna cum laude. Alex Scott DeJong. Spencer Lee Ederhoff. Cameron James Enright, cum laude. Madeline Grace Fiddler. Alicia Hale Huppler. Millie Ann Hansen. Rianne Morgan Hendrickson. Emily Elizabeth Hollick, magna cum laude. Jiaoshen Hong, cum laude. Alexander Nathaniel Ingalls, magna cum laude. Krista Marie Caritas. Kyle Logan Kettlehut. Austin Andrew Klein. Shaylin Klunder. Shelby Konachek. Tanner David Kotek, cum laude. Erin Renee Kremers, summa cum laude. Jaling Kutra, summa cum laude. Sierra Marie LaCroix, cum laude. Zoe Marie Langseth. Jessica Mom, magna cum laude. Licia Gabrielle Martinez. Angie Ray McDonald, summa cum laude. Jordan Lee McPherson. Caleb John Meisner. Jeffrey Lyndon Merrill. Catherine Elizabeth Meisler, magna cum laude. Helena Marie Morgan. Aaron James Montgomery. Tavis Matthew Nelson. Samantha Reed Grider Nix, summa cum laude. Tamolan Orjiu. Bailey Kathleen Parrish. Jessica Renee Paul. Michaela Ann Perry. Neil Thomas Porter, summa cum laude. Heath John Quenzer. Coulter Evan Quick, cum laude. Mark Charles Rafferty, cum laude. Terrence Lorenz Richard. Aiden Peter Ruby, magna cum laude. Erica A. Wright. Gavin C. Sackett. Natalia Schmidt, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Sherman. Ashley Nicole Smith. Connor Michael Smith. Cortez Maria Standing Bear, magna cum laude. Shane Jeffrey Storm. Nolan Gregory Susel, magna cum laude. Bryce Terrell Thorman. Madison Rebecca Torzon. Kelsey Maxine Vandenhemmel, summa cum laude. Lissa Jo Wallach, magna cum laude. Mona Kalisha Wallam. Cade Daniel Walter. Christina Yvette Whitney. Raquel Hazel Winches, magna cum laude. Kelsey Ann Winterstein. Will the candidates for the associate's degree please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Megan Marie Haybeck. Kendra May Kelsey, with honor. Thomas Joe King. Nora Jane Larson, with highest honor. Gracie Catherine Latow, with honor. Heather Ann Ratter, with high honor. Danielle Schmidt. Megan R. Stark. Jaden Lene Tyndall. Catherine Grace Hughes, with high honor.
Thank you, Dean Farley. Academic traditions such as the symbolism of the tassel are steeped in history. Moving the tassel to the left after graduating is symbolic of moving from college to the next stage of your life. It is now my privilege, graduates, if you have not already done so, would you please move your tassel from your right to left, signifying you are now a college graduate. Congratulations. Here to bring you greetings from the Alumni Association is Mr. Steve Meeker, Vice President for University Advancement.
Thank you, President Nichols. Wow, watching the women's basketball team go through here and graduate, looks like Coach Norrie's got some recruiting to do this year. College of Business and Natural Sciences Class of 21, congratulations and welcome to the Black Hills State University Alumni Association. You must feel that self-satisfaction and pride. Imagine how your parents feel or your grandparents. Your brothers and sisters, however, are shocked that you made it this far. But between you and I don't care what your siblings think. You are proof to me that beauty and brains go well together. A special welcome to the class of 1970, 51 years since you graduated. Can you believe that? And congratulations to my friend Johnny Johnson on receiving an honorary doctorate. I've known Johnny for about 12 years, and I've been blessed with his and his wife Shirley's friendship ever since. Johnny was an extremely successful CEO of a Fortune 100 company because of his ability to communicate and operate with integrity. Class of 2021, you too can go on to achieve big things with Johnny Johnson's simple recipe of his special sauce. That is to communicate well and do it with integrity. Graduates, today is your day, a day about remembering each of your individual stories of success while at Black Hills State. I'm sure your list is quite long on who to thank, but don't forget about your parents, maybe a spouse or a girlfriend or boyfriend, scholarship donors for some of you, faculty, of course, staff, and let's not forget to thank Wikipedia and copy and paste, right? You know, this may seem like the end of BHSU, but really it's just the beginning. We ask that you now participate as alumni. Share with us your post-college stories. Let us know about your successes. Connect with us and learn about ways that you can stay connected with Black Hills State. Some of the capacities on which our alumni generously participate and serve the university include speaking at our classes to lend their expertise, being members of our foundation or alumni board of directors, providing internship or work opportunities for our students, or hosting or attending alumni events across the nation. And don't forget, when you're able, please provide financial support for future students. Graduates, it's time. It's time to take the next step in life. It's time to have faith in yourself. It's time to follow your heart and your dreams. And it is time to move out of mom and dad's basement. And finally, it's time I end this greeting before I lose you. I offer you my personal congratulations, my respect, and best wishes for a great future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Rough Lock Brass will conclude today's ceremony with the playing of our alma mater. The recessional will follow immediately after. Please remain in the bleachers until the graduates have exited. We appreciate you wearing your mask and social distancing as you leave the building. So I would ask, would you all now stand for our alma mater? Thank you. Congratulations again, graduates. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, they deserve a round of applause. Platform party, faculty, and graduates, we will now recession.